Testing, testing, testing. Okay. So out of the three, this is the one I was able to actually get relatively close to being zero aetherpool, which means I can actually take silver chests because I don't need to account for the number I wasn't able to get rid of because 2 is basically nothing. But anyways, without any question, let's go ahead and get started. Actually, no, before we do, a few things to go over. I'm going into Summoner. Summoner isn't necessarily the best option. The safest is going to be someone like Warrior. But I think the best option is just considered any DPS, with like the best options specifically being things like Red Mage, Machinist, and Samurai. Oddly enough, according to like one of the people known for speedrunning deep dungeons. This one specifically. But I'm going into Summoner because it's the job I am most comfortable with. So, yeah. I'm just making absolutely sure. Okay. This is probably the last time that I had to test, make sure things work. Who is this party with? Michio, Reina, Una. Oh, okay. Must have been one of our events. Anyways, no dilly-dallying. Let's go ahead and get into it. We do it with a fixed party. Gonna be going in. Solo. Yep. And we're starting at floor 1. And there's already a silver chest, making life nice. Oops. Okay. So, similar things that I've said in the previous ones, any chests you're going to want to pick up, especially on these early levels. Silver chests are your best friend. You gotta remember to summon your carbuncle. And like any other deep dungeon, the main goal for these early levels is going to be to kill everything, get as many levels as we can. Specifically, since we're playing Summoner, it's really nice to have the second charge of our shield before we go into the first boss, because that should give us enough extra health to, survive, even if we do have low aether pool. Oh god, don't murder me. Now, something to keep in mind with Orthos when compared to the other deep dungeons is, why are you still there? Is that the thing about Orthos is, I think generally it's considered the easiest to do solo. And that's because much of what makes Orthos hard is simply mechanic checks. Like, unlike, Heaven on High or, Palace of the Dead, like, as you get into the later floors, it's less that things are going to really start to, like, be really annoying to, like, fight. You're not going to take all that much damage from just auto attacks and things like that. It's more so like anything in like this deep dungeon in Orthos here. The deadly part is that, if you get hit by a telegraphed AoE, you're probably dead. Like, it's just a lot of stuff one-shots you here, but outside those one-shots, everything's really not that bad. So you do have to be more careful in that sense, but also means that you have to commit less potions. Probably have to commit less aether pool. The bosses are generally more complex than the other two, because they fall into that same mentality too. I mean, hell, we have to deal with twisters in this dungeon. Affluence, we're just gonna pop those as we get them. No reason not to, especially early on. Getting things like affluences like increase the chance of chest next floor, which also means that you're more likely to get silver chests. It's also just not a bad idea to use things like fortunes as you get them, especially if you have room cleaves, which we'll talk about once we get them, because like with all the deep dungeons, there are special pomanders introduced into this dungeon. Notably, hopefully we get to see it. I don't remember what it's called, but the Manticore and Succubus from Palace of the Dead are now combined into... It might be Dread. I think it might be Dread. Are combined into a single pomander that turns you into a Magitech. Turns you into a Magitech mech, where you're able to do either the one-shot of the Manticore or the stacking debuff of the Succubus. Other than that, you also have the Wind Pomander. I don't remember what it's called, but it reduces everything to 1 HP. Very useful as an emergency button. I think there's one more new one that I can't remember. It's been a while since I've went into Orthos. In fact, I don't think I've went into Orthos since like it was first released, or maybe I went there last patch because I had to double check something. But for the most part, it's been a minute, so I can't exactly remember the name of the new pomanders. But again, we're gonna be spending most of these early floors just killing as many things as we can to get as many levels as we can, because that's going to be the biggest determining factor for our ability to do the floor 10 boss. Obviously, there's, getting, aetherpool, but that's a luck of the draw. Levels is something you can control. Now, the floor 10 boss is, funnily enough, probably the hardest, challenge to unlocking this checkpoint, just because, damage-wise, it can be a bit scary, especially if you're not good about dodging. But that can also just be mitigated by going in with a job that can survive the auto attacks. If you're really struggling, going in with a warrior is probably the best course, or just the red mage. Having that heal help. I like summoner, that's why I'm doing it. But yeah, going in red mage, going in with a not dark knight, going in with a warrior, if you're struggling, probably the better course. It's just going to take you a bit longer. Well, maybe not with red mage, but with warrior, take you a bit longer. Gotta remember to take advantage of my potion. Now, the one downside to starting with the summoner, and another reason why it's probably a good idea to go with something like machinist, or, well, it's only machinist if you're comfortable with playing machinist, is that, you don't have that interrupt, so chests are a bit more dangerous because you can get the, the mimic debuff, pox, and it's never a fun thing to have. Freaking casters, man. The other mini hat, I didn't know that existed until I saw someone with it. Now as for enemies of note, there are actually quite a few on these first 10 floors. In fact, I think generally, every set of floors has at least some enemy that you need to be careful of. I know these first few sets have the behemoth that you need to worry with. I know there's the, exploding, nodes that you have to deal with. Again, I don't remember what floors. And just remembering some of the most annoying enemies as we're going back through this. I know there's the fellas with the 4 arms that can be incredibly dangerous. I also believe they're a roaming enemy. So not looking forward to dealing with them. Also, make sure to have your hyper potions anytime you're doing a dungeon, because, take advantage of your healing. It is nice that we do have Phoenix to rely on too for healing, but And we'll actually talk about how we can take advantage of this when we get to the floor 10 boss. The problem with doing these deep dungeons is that the early floors are just kind of nothing to really talk about because it's just going over the same things over and over and over again. But which is why when I actually do try to go for the Necromancer title, because that's the winner. Like it is the clear winner that Pola put up. The chances are that the first stream will be me starting from 1 and going as far, but if at any point I die, I'll probably just get back up to like floor 50, floor 100. I don't know. I'll have to decide once I actually start doing it. But I'll do the pathetically easy floors where nothing is likely going to happen off stream. After I've done them once. Whether or not, for now, I don't know how many that's gonna be. Initially it's just like getting to that checkpoint or maybe going to floor 100 because like Palace of the Dead doesn't really start to get dangerous until the second 100 floors. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Wow. Already. That's okay. Well, not going that direction. Lethargy. That's So Lethargy is a very interesting spell, or Pomander. So what it does is it slows everything on the floor, and like it does make things significantly easier to dodge, but it's also like a lot scarier than it should be because like things take so long to go off, and you just think you're gonna get hit by something. Affluence, we're gonna go ahead and pop that. That Dread Beast is going to be annoying. Now, if memory serves, I do believe all Dread Beasts are sight, so we can walk around them. I think they're sight. We're going to find out, because if he hits me, we die. Now, Dread Beasts are something new to Orthos, and what these are incredibly powerful enemies that, if you manage to kill them, will always drop a Accursed Horde, along with giving you a 10-minute buff. Now, if you can kill them, that 10-minute buff is incredibly powerful. However, they're pretty much going to one-shot you. In fact, it's incredibly dangerous to try and take them on solo. If you get away with it, nice, but really, it's not the best course. The best way you have to deal with them is one specific Pomander, which maybe we'll see. I don't think I want to show it off because it is like rolling the dice whether or not you're actually able to kill them before you kill you, because they basically one-shot every job. You have enough time to like get one attack in sometimes. You have to be very fast with it, and it's just usually not worth it. There's 3 separate types. Each different type of Dread Beast gives you a different debuff or different buff. One's damage, one's a steal, one's regen. Regen's probably the most useful of the 3, at least early on. Later on, obviously, it'd be the strength, just because strength or steel will just help you survive or clear the floors faster. I'm not exactly really happy that we have to deal with that. But, we're just gonna pray that we don't have to go that direction, even though I want to kill all the enemies on the floor. Oh! I stepped on a landmine. That's pleasant. Okay, what do we got here? Ugh, we're gonna have to go that way. Fun. One thing about playing with Summoner, you do have to be very careful because everything you have is AoE. Remember, take advantage of my shield. I think I'm gonna pop the strength just to make things go faster. Oops, shouldn't have done that. Out of fortune, we'll use that on the next floor. Affluence, we'll already have one of those active. Okay, now we have to play the game of sneaking past the Dread Beast. Oh, wait, no, we don't. We got Deathclaw. We have a reprieve. Yeah. So, as of right now, there's literally no way that we can actually deal with that Dread Beast. If we had the Wind Pomander, there is potentially. So, our best course of action is just going to be to sneak past it. Oh, it had to be in the ugh. That's the exit room, too. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, might as well. Using a damage pot just to make things go a little bit faster. You're looking right at it, too. Yeah, this floor is probably going to make me have to speed up a little bit. You suck. Yeah, you're... There's no way I go in there and you don't see me. Turn. God, that's the worst room for him to be in, too. This is annoying. Okay. We just have to pray that he doesn't turn. Okay, crisis averted. But yeah, we'll try to maybe go a little faster on this floor because of that. Oh, boys, climb. Pleasant. Fortune. Do another affluence. Steel. We don't need to use that right now. Witching. We don't need to use that right now. Ah, 3 in here in the beginning room. Intuition. Don't need to use that. Okay, so these grenades are the first enemies that we need to kind of be on the lookout for. That's gonna hit them both. So they do an explosive attack. It's really only bad if you're melee. Like that big burst, they're only gonna do the indicator halfway through it, and if you're reacting to it, like when the indicator appears, you're probably going to get hit by it, and it will one-shot you. Just assume everything that has an indicator in this game, or in this dungeon, is probably gonna one-shot you. That rule's basically universally true. Oh, crap. Yep. Gotta be careful of it. Okay. The fortune. Yeah. If we end up getting too many more like slow floors, I might actually have to do a flight, which isn't ideal. That Dread Beast being where he was kind of unfortunate. But I'm probably just overreacting. We're more than likely gonna have enough time. Yeah, 3 steals. Be nice if it gave us more strengths. Silver chest! I don't want to get hit by that. Oh yeah, I guess while we're just killing this man. So instead of the Magicite from Heaven on High, we have the Demi-Clones here, and each one of the Demi-Clones does something different. There's a DPS focused one, there is a... there's a DPS focused one, there's a healing focused one, and then there's a hybrid. You have Doga, which is the DPS focused one, Unai, which is the healing focused one, and basically makes doing any boss a breeze from like, she just heals you very easily. A lot. Kind of same with the Onion Knight, he does the most damage of the 3, even though he's the hybrid. Ooh, sprint enabled. It's not going to help us clear the floor faster, but hey. Go ahead and pop the fortune. We'll go ahead and pop... That's a flight, not an affluent. I'm an idiot. No note yet. That's the exit. Oh. We have a patrol coming this way. Should have done that. You know, that's the exit, so we're going to go this way. Our goal is to be level 88 before we get to the boss, because that'll give us our second charge of our shield, which will go a long way into helping our survivability. Also, affluence! Come on, friend. We're going on a journey. Nope. You're in the actual room, so we'll deal with you in a second. And we're gonna get the silver chest, and then we'll try to deal with them. Strength. It was the smart decision! Okay. Also, technically, you shouldn't be using the heal from Phoenix as fast as I am. It's just a habit. You should technically wait until the end of it. That way you're able to heal up the damage that you took during it. Doesn't matter if you're playing with other people and you're like throwing it on a tank, but like during solo, yeah. How did that not trigger that grenade? I am not complaining, but I'm just curious that it happened. That's a lot of flights. Hey, we gotta hit off our fortune. I technically should be using my searing light before I do that, but oh well. Switching. Yeah. Don't mind me, sir. So, you do need to keep in mind how much time you do have. Like, I'm gonna try to kill as many enemies as I can on each floor, but I also need to give myself enough time for each boss, I don't know what I'm talking about, for the boss. So I want to get these 2 chests in here, but then I'm gonna try to leave. I'm not gonna try to fight anything else. Thought I pulled something else somehow for a second. Like, I might fight this thing if it's gonna give me a hard time. Might as well. You're gonna turn, aren't you? Don't mind me. Hey, free steal. This is when I step on the luring. Yeah, close enough. We have an affluence active. We do. I thought that. Oh, another liturgy. Liturgies are weird. I don't know when there's actually a proper moment to use them because they make the floor easier, but it's not as if they're oh. Behemoths. These are annoying enemies to deal with. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Oh god, there's not a good place to fight you here. We're gonna pull you right... Keep him right here. He's gonna cast Meteor. Okay, if that Meteor goes off, you die. You can line of sight it, I believe. But yeah, be very careful with that Meteor. He'll use it around... This is also a knockback, I believe. He'll use it around 20-ish% when you get him low. And yeah, obviously, if you don't kill him in time, you die. Unless you break line of sight, I believe. We're gonna find out in a second. Because I do not believe I have the damage. Nope, I don't. So I'm gonna try to line of sight it. Okay, you can be line of sighted. That's something that you definitely have to get used to with this dungeon, is getting ready to line of sight basically everything. There's a chest in here that I didn't see. Oh, another steel. Why not? Yeah. That's the golden rule with this place, is if it's a cast bar that you don't see like an indicator for, line of sight it. Or if it's just a cast bar that can be interrupted and you don't have interrupt skill, line of sight it. I'm thinking of Quake on the later floors. Another steel. Yeah, this is the exit, so get to that later. There's also a few that are like that, where the indicator comes up much later. No, to be fair, like I said, like there's honestly not that much auto damage that's going out, so like Seal is kind of very meh here. Which is why it's giving us all the steals. Further intuition. Do not sense an accursed horde on this floor. We're taking you on a trip. That was another steal. It's a strength. We're gonna use that on the next floor, or this floor if there is a strength in here. A strength, a steel. Intuition, can't really do anything with that. There's a silver chest in there, so we're gonna go ahead and use that strength. Fortune, we already popped on this floor. Okay, this is gonna be a mildly annoying room. You're gonna explode, aren't you? Nope, not complaining. Excuse me. Sure, we'll take a we'll take a person on a trip. Come on, follow us on the trip. Okay, we do need to start speeding up things a little bit though. I want to give myself at least 10 minutes for the boss. We did have some bad luck with these first 10 floors. That Dread Beast and a Gloom. Not ideal. Definitely slowed us down more than we want. That's also not helping. Silver chest over there. Oh, that does something annoying, doesn't it? Over here, would you, sir? Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to commit. Okay, he's dead. Oh, that's a... You suck. Okay. Like I said, it's not a timer thing. It's a health thing, so we can be cautious. Though they are being an a-hole. Okay, but we have our Bahamut, so it's not gonna be that much of an issue. There we go. There we go. Going on a trip. Also been kind of unlucky with our petrification, not petrifications. Been kind of unlucky with our palm menders. Like, I keep instinctively trying to do the Q, the follow-up attacks, but we haven't got any of the like floor clearing palm menders, which would make things be a lot easier. If I got a storm, I would have used that already just to try and take advantage of the free XP. We have a Phoenix, so we should be able to kill him in the room. Yeah, you're dead. There we go. Annoying. Go ahead and use the affluence. I'm probably being slower than I need to be as well. Ugh. Let me think. Yeah. Probably not gonna get to my target level for the boss, which is a shame, but it'll be fine. Probably. Okay, well, nope, that basically confirms I gotta do this. You... Oh. Okay. Well, that makes things interesting. Best. Don't do this. Okay, thank God. That... Yeah, so that's the best way to deal with a dread beast, and that is not always a very safe thing to do. But now we have a that throws 30 minutes of regen. So yeah, now we have the 30 minutes of regen. We can go as fast as we want now. We don't have to worry about the level anymore. But yeah, don't do that unless you're ready to take an auto attack, and you really need to be ready to have an instant cast ability like that. Like, I could not have used one of my summons for that because it has too much of a wind up. I couldn't have done a cast. Like, if you were playing Red Mage, you'd want to use their, like, sword ability. You know, the one, I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of, like, half of Red Mage's stuff. But yeah, you have to have, like, a quick instant ability, like the energy drain that happens immediately, because their auto attack is just enough to kill you. Especially on, like, casters. Like, even if I survived with that steel, I'd be at, like, 10% health. So, be very, very careful of those dread beasts. The only way that you can realistically kill them is with Tempest. Because I think even if you have a full party, you're not killing them without a Tempest. They are very much a... Oh, we got an Onion Knight. Nice. They're very much, you're probably going to avoid them in 90% of scenarios type of thing. Oh, we have, that's a weird... That is a weird placement for that. I'm gonna say these guys do something that's very annoying that you don't want to deal with. Serenity! This is a really small... Oh, well, I used the Plight. Yeah, to be fair, up to this point, I've been really unlucky with, the Palmanders. I haven't got as many strengths as I would have wanted. I haven't gotten... It keeps giving me steals, which, again, aren't that great. But yeah. So, how Tempest works is... Ah, crap, I didn't actually need to kill you. How Tempest works is it takes everything down to 1 HP. However, it doesn't stop them from regenerating. So the reason that that's dangerous is because if you take too long to attack the Dread Beast after using the Storm, then they'll regenerate like a tick of their health, and that 1 hit goes to 2 hits, and you're not hitting them twice. So that's why I say you have to have a really fast ability so you can basically hit them the moment that you're out of the animation lock of the Pomander. It's an incredibly quick thing. It's also why another thing with those Tempests is generally you're only going to want to use them like if you step on a luring trap, or in combination with things like that's annoying. In combination with things like a witching, so you can actually take advantage of everything. Toxic vomit. Rude. Is that silver chest? No, it's a brown chest. Now, if you're playing a machine, it's not a bad idea to go for the brown chest. Getting a pot shard is very powerful no matter which steep dungeon you're playing, because getting a pot shard gets you the, like, Eureka potions, or Orthos potions, whatever they're called here. Get you the dungeon potions, and the dungeon potions make doing anything significantly easier. They're an incredibly powerful source of healing. So the bronze chests are worth it for that alone. They're not that common in the early floors. I believe you get better chances at them as you go further on. But yeah, there's something to look for. So keep in mind that at these levels, bronze chests are the only chests that can be mimics. So it is dangerous if you're not playing a job with an interject or stun. You can stun the bronze chest mimics and the silver chest mimics. Ooh, that was a dumb... Okay, no, I got away with that. Things also do speed up once you actually get your follow-up ability. The Elemental Mastery. Oh god. I almost got hit by that because I didn't see it. Ugh. You lot are annoying. Like, especially like Ifrit with that dash does a really good amount of damage. Oh god! I did not have enough space there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the Phoenix. So actually technically that was a mistake. If you're doing Summoner like I am, you should probably actually save the Phoenix going into this. Because it's a really good source of healing early on in this fight, actually. So, let's talk about this man. Now, two things going in here. Papa Steel. Strength's optional. We have this regen, so it's basically a one fight. Things that make this fight significantly easier. You have, like, either an Onion Knight or a Onion Knight or Unai make it super trivial. They both heal you, making the only thing that's threatening about this fight gone. If you get this regen, it's over. The other big thing is if you're able to get to level, again, if you're playing Summoner like me, which isn't the easiest way to do it, but getting to level 88 gets you your second shield, which also just basically gets rid of any of the damage that you need to deal with. Coming in here again with Phoenix also helps, because again, you have that regen, which we'll see as it goes in. Have your potions on your bar, and when you're ready, let's just go ahead and start it. So, this guy's not that bad. His mechanics, pretty simple. They make some of the little things glow. They're going to explode. And then you want to just kind of kite him. I think it does this a couple times. And he's going to do it a couple times. You just kind of keep him kited towards the edges. Whoops, missed one of my things while I was talking. I'm being bad about not using my shield. And then he's going to do a radial. So for the radial, you just get as far away from him as you can. And then he's going to do a 1 to 3. Technically, I should be going to the 3, but I'm a little worried. So I'm going to stand here, just slide right over. And I miss, or I dodge all the AoEs. I'm going to go ahead and use my potion. Use my shield. Okay, when I wait for him to start doing his auto attacks, I'm going to move over here. Now, I'm not going to use my heal immediately. I'm going to wait to the last moment. I'm going to use the shield, use that heal now. That way I get the max duration out of it. Well, I'll get the max duration either way, but now I've taken a couple hits. So I'm going to wait to get that, because it does a big heal. It does an initial heal, so I want to wait until I have a little damage on me to get advantage of it. Plus, just to make sure it goes for as long as thing. Okay, so same thing again. We're on the 2 side. We ideally want to be on the 3 side to make things incredibly safe, but we're just going to quickly move over. You don't have to worry about going to that 3 side if you don't feel you have enough time to do so. Gonna do another shriek. And I just move to where there aren't things. The AoEs are bigger than the squares. Again, gotta remember to use our shield as soon as it comes on cooldown. And try to move them over here to this corner. That way when they do their radial, we can get as far away from possible as we want. There's the radial. We're gonna move as far away as we can. And we're gonna move close. Well, we're in the middle this time, so we know the 3's over here. So we have the easy dodge, wait for the first set to go off. And then we can just very easily move to the middle. Hold them right here for a second. We should also be remembering to use our potions when necessary. I'm missing a little bit of health, so I might as well go ahead. Gonna pull them to the corner over here. Now again, I do have this regen, which makes this basically a given. But again, if you have any Magicite, which you'd have to be really unlucky. This is a bad spot. You'd have to be really unlucky to like not get any Magicite, and like even if you get, if you have a 1 and 2, or you have a 2 and 3 chance of getting a useful Magicite. I used the thing. I did the thing. Like if you just got really unlucky with Togas, that would kind of suck. But then again, okay, this is the 3. It shouldn't be that bad, even if you don't get them. As long as you have a steal at minimum, damage shouldn't be an issue. And again, this is only for Summoner. If you go in as a Warrior, a given. If you go in as a Red Mage, it's a given. Machinist, probably going to struggle a bit more, just because you don't have that healing built into your kit. I mean, you have second... Ugh. I made him dumb. You don't have the healing built into your kit like the other 2 do, but they do more damage. Same thing with Samurai, as I was talking at the beginning. Samurai, Red Mage, Machinist, probably the strongest for doing this solo, even though all the DPS are really, really good for it. Get away. Go ahead and go into our Bahamut. I should have waited to get my buff. Oh well. I go to the 3 side. Go to the middle. Remember to take advantage of our potion. Remember to take advantage of our potion. As this probably would have been close to over if I had used the strength, but like I said, I got pretty unlucky with my Palmanders, actually. So you shouldn't be doing what I'm right here right now. You should just be constantly moving to avoid as many auto attacks as you can. Like, you are playing a ranged job, so, you know, kiting, smart thing to do. You can stay in the middle. Oh, wait, no, go to the 3 side. Don't be an idiot like I am. Go to the 3 side, move into the 1 side, and you dodge the mechanic. Don't be a dumb. And we're just going to keep moving, dodge as many of his auto attacks as we can. And we're almost done. There we go. So that's the first 10 floors done, and that's, like I said, by far the hardest of the worst, just because it sucks. Like that boss's autos are the only thing that is potentially dangerous. And oh yeah, we got 3 bonus tags. And the fact that you've cleared the first 10 floors means that you're comfortable with it. So now, if you wanted, you could just keep running them over and over and over again to get aetherpool, or be like potentially get pot shards, or even just to wait until you get a lucky run and get some magicite. So, you know, if you're able to clear these first 10 floors, getting to the actual checkpoint is basically a given. But let's continue on. And I didn't really get the best, like I said, I didn't get the best Palmander luck, but I also didn't get the best of like my aetherpool luck, because like you see, wasn't that just at 4? Was I imagining things, or was that? Anyways, because my strength was the one that was going up. The armor, especially early on, is the more valuable. Also, I missed a gold chest in there. It is the more valuable of the 2. So I don't think we have to worry. I think these 20 floors are, funnily enough, if I remember, 20. These 10 floors are, I think, the easier of the 2. Easier than the first 10 we did, I should say. I'm being dumb today. How do you not see me? I was about to say, how do you not see me? And then again, you might be a sound enemy. Oh, this is the exit. I didn't even realize. So we're going to continue doing what we were doing earlier. Kill as many enemies as we can, keeping in mind our time. But as soon as we reach level 90, we can kind of stop caring and go on a longer day. In fact, we're almost guaranteed to be level 90 by the time we reach the next boss, so we don't really have to stick around as much as we can for the bosses. So you can take it at your own pace. You can either go for it early just to get that extra damage for the later floor, or for the later floors, or you can just go through them normally. I'm still going to explore a bit because I just want to get more pomanders, ideally. As always, getting a nice stockpile is generally a good idea. We still want to look for silvers too, is another thing. Also, by the way, dashing into rooms is a absolutely horrible idea that is going to get you killed, as someone that has gotten themselves killed by dashing into a room, even though they know it's a bad idea. Yeah, so you gotta be very careful with that. You're coming with me. Remember, the room that you spawn in is usually free of any traps, so you don't have to. You can walk wherever you want when going through that room, usually. So let's see. I think they have a cone that you need to be careful of, but nothing too dangerous. Again, I should technically be going for those bronze chests just to get the Eureka, potentially get a pot shard, but I don't want to deal with any mimics, really, so I'm kind of ignoring them. But do it at your own risk, is what I'm trying to say here. Let's be dumb. Don't do that. I literally just spent a good time telling you not to do that. Good reason. I did it because it'd be funny if I, like, got, like, hit by something, but yeah, no, it's a really bad idea to do that. You want to conveniently open the door for us? Hey, friend. Yeah, no, we'll just move. Nah, we'll murder this thing and then move on. Oh, it's a good thing I murdered this thing. Again, you want to use your affluences anytime you get them. Affluences are really good early on, but they get worse as you get further in. Because, like, treasure rooms early on, not that bad. Treasure rooms later on, kind of problematic. Because sometimes, you just can't deal with a treasure room, or it takes, like, incredibly way too long to deal with it. Blinded! Yay! Got a Pomander strength. Now it's giving me the strengths. Alteration. Yeah, we'll use an alteration. Means we can take this floor fast, because we can potentially... It's gonna be a bunch of mimics, mind you, which... Reason why I probably shouldn't have, but it's funnier this way. Don't have any purities, so actually that alteration takes a really bad idea. Thinking about it, it's just gonna be magic ores. Never punished, right? Never punished. Storms. Well, actually, that solves the solves one issue. Silver chest, silver chest. Ooh, that's a good room. Come on, friend. That's also the exit. I don't want to get hit by that. I thought that man, like, faded out of existence for a second. Are they not? It's a small floor. A small floor that's gonna make me have to go back and kill those things. Oh boy, my ruby right missed. How fun. I would have been really sad if the Arkmorn missed. use the pot because I don't trust that this isn't going to explode. It did not explode. Are you going to explode? It did not explode. Fishing, why not? Not unless helps if I actually pick up the chest. Oh, it's hiding behind the pillar. I can see on the map there's a chest in here. I just couldn't see what it is. Never punished. They told you. This is where I step on the luring because I'm an idiot walking through the middle of the room. This is where this is a mimic because I said never punished. Okay, so let's talk about a little trick you can use when it comes to mimics. So I can't deal with it. I can use a witching. Witchings are useful for dealing with crappy scenarios, like on the later floors, like trap rooms, but enemies are just going to get to the point where you can't realistically, you know, deal with them, even if you're, like, witching. So don't be afraid to, like, use witchings for mimics. Especially if you're playing a job that can't, you know, deal with the infatuation. This pox is incredibly annoying, and we don't have any purities. Now, if we had purities, I would just eaten it and use the purity, because that's the better solution to dealing with mimics, is if you can't interrupt them, just use the purities, because if you're playing a job that can interrupt them, you just always max on purities, because you don't need to use them unless you're dumb. Which I have been a couple times. But yeah. Don't be afraid to do that. And thankfully, we don't have to worry about these being mimics because they're not high enough. We're not a high enough floor for these. You're gonna explode? Nope. We did get a Doga. So Doga is basically he's a CC summon. So if you like use a witching, or not witching, if you find a treasure room. Well, that's awfully convenient. If you find yourself with a treasure room, you can summon your Daga. You can remember to use your fortune. And you can... And so how Daga's going to work. He's going to come in here. He's going to cast. He's going to petrify. And so what we're going to do is be a dumb. And witching everything. This is dumb. Don't do this. So yeah, like the fact he petrifies everything, like it's like strong CC. I have to use 2 witchings for this. I just wanted to show this off. Okay, I may have made a mistake. I made a mistake. Okay, yeah. He's not that powerful. But yeah, he helps you dealing with annoying enemies. So, for some reason I thought that his petrify worked different. But yeah, no, he CCs things. Like, I survived there a lot longer because, I should use Lethargy. I survived there a lot longer because, like, he was there. But he's probably the most useless of the summons. But yeah, you can just use him when you want to. The CC is nice, but it's nothing amazing, honestly. Strength. I thought he used an AoE. He might have done. Eh, never punished. How's that, Mitch? I'm an idiot. And again, it doesn't matter on these early floors. But that also is a good way to show off using a storm. If you witching and then pull everything storm, they can't regen, so they just die. That's another really good use of the witching. Or of the storm. But so yeah, He inflicts a petrification. The petrification doesn't work like the petrification in Heaven on High. It's simply a stun. Now that dot that he uses is the very powerful thing. It does a good amount of damage. Yeah, I mean, he's okay for bosses. He'll help you kill, like, a boss faster. He helps you kill enemies faster, which is why you should probably just use them on normal floors. But, like I said, he's probably the least useful of the three. Because Onion Knight does significantly more damage. Like, I think we probably... I wouldn't... If I would use Onion Knight, because I think he does actually do AoE spells and, like, single target physical attacks. And he heals you. He's just... Onion Knight's the strongest, like, by far. Intuition. I didn't use the intuition on this floor. Okay, good. By far the easiest. It's by far the best of them, just because he's so versatile. He actually does do a good amount of damage for just being a, like, normal. Unai is really nice because she heals you. So she trivializes basically any boss. And when I say she trivializes any boss, I do mean that. You can, like, stand on AoEs and collect bone stacks, and she'll just keep you alive. And obviously, like, you can use her not in boss fights. It's just usually where I use her. Like, even in that scenario... Yeah. I don't remember exactly what all of them do. You do something annoying, if I remember correctly. You're not the room wiper, but... You do something. That's what you do! You shrink and then kill. That's what you do. I think that's you. No, I think I'm thinking of another enemy. Fortune, we're 3. Might as well use one. Silver chest. You stop that. Are you sound enemies or are you... No. Your proximity. Your proximity, which makes sense. To be fair. You're good. Don't mind me. Oh yeah, also the demi-clones last for the floor, so you see he's gone. You're gonna aggro from that distance, right? Yep. Proximity enemies. They suck. Hey, raising. We'll use that in the next floors. That's annoying. Affluence. Might as well. Yeah, man. Get away from your friend. Piercing laser. I should try doing this dungeon with different jobs. So I've only done it as summoner. To be fair, I've only done each one of them as like one thing. I'd try it with Sam at some point. That seems interesting. Of course, I'd have to relearn how to do Sam. Steel. You come with me. Oh! So that's an enemy we're going to talk about. So there's like one of the dangerous enemies on this set of floors. We'll talk about him in a second. I want to deal with you first. So how this enemy works is he's dangerous because he has a pull in. So we're just gonna keep running from him and yeah, head spin. Because what he'll do is he'll pull you in and then do that head spin attack, if memory serves. So be very careful of that because something you're gonna get one shot, something. Also, we're level 90, which means we're even more likely to pull crap that we don't want to pull. Get over here. But we also do more damage now. You also can't see our screen anymore. Which is definitely an argument against playing Summoner in this. Because, good God. The summoning of the chicken nugget will never not blind me. I guess he's the chicken tender now. But, you get my point. Yeah, lethargy. I mean, might as well. Show it off. So everybody's slow now. Which we'll see when they use a cast, like everything. Their attacks, their casts. Is this thing gonna use a cast? Yeah, like just watch how long it takes them to finish that. Which unfortunately this isn't an enemy we fought before, so you don't really have a judge for it. But yeah, that should have finished like in a third of the time. Like it's insane how much like slower it is. Like we'll get to see with this fella. Yeah. Just watch how long that takes. Which is why I said earlier that lethargy is really good because like it does like make things a lot easier to dodge, but it's also a lot scarier just because it makes the things take so much longer to actually go off, and it can also mess with certain enemies. No, Dogga. So another thing, I'm thinking of Dogga. So another thing to be wary of with using Dogga, and this is mostly for the later floors, but no, there's a scenario in the next 10 floors. So his petrification attack does have one big downside, and that is if he petrifies an enemy that is doing doing specific attacks, then when that enemy petrifies, they'll continue that attack without the telegraph. So I don't know all the scenarios where it does it, but I'm like pretty sure on the next 10 floors, the roaming enemy that's a really pain in the butt, he does like side cleaves and then north-south cleaves, and if he's like petrified in between those, it would do the side cleaves, petrify, and then when he gets unpetrified, he would do the north and south cleaves without the indicator. So you do have to be careful. I thought you just sucked in. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Hi, friend. Don't mind me. Bye. Yay! Bastard. I need to make the thumbnail for tomorrow's event stream. Were you the ones I was thinking of that it's something dangerous? No, you're the one. I think you're the ones that shrink. Yeah, because I think you slow with the gravity field, and then do you do the thing? It's hard to tell with like these node enemies. I know there's at least one of those orb types that shrink you, and then if you're shrink, they do an attack that just murders you. Hello. I'd rather not. I guess while we're just... Oh, good. I guess while we're going through the rest of these floors, I'll talk about the Necromancer runs I'm going to be doing next week. So, first off, I'm getting a new computer Monday, so that's fun. Also going to be getting a new mic tomorrow, which will be interesting to see how that works. Because my next video will be recorded with it. So I have to play around with that. But as for the Palace of the Dead runs, as I mentioned earlier, I think how I'm going to do it is that the first stream is going to consist of me going as ideally far as I can, like the first set of streams. Like I'm going to obviously keep going until I get the Necromancer title. But I severely doubt that I'm just magically going to get my Necromancer on the first run. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Heaven on High, maybe. Orthos, maybe. 1 or 2 runs. Palace of the Dead, probably going to take me a couple tries, let's be honest. And with that being the case, how I think I'm going to handle that going... Is that a silver chest? That is a silver chest. Gimme, gimme. God damn it. Explode. How I'm going to handle that is because... the first, like, 100 floors are pretty, like, easy. Like, nothing should go wrong. And maybe I'll do the first 50, but we'll see how it goes as I actually start it. A lot of this is still just, you know, in the theoretical phase. But if I die, I don't think I'll restart. Or I don't think I'll restart on stream from 1. Just because I doubt... Because it'd just be a bunch of streams of me restarting on 1. And like maybe getting to floor 50, floor 70, and that's it. Where the more interesting floors are really like 100 to 200. Specifically 150 to 200. So, I don't know. As I start streaming it, and if I start to die a lot... I'll probably like do those off screen, like at least the first 50 floors, because I can say with 100% certainty that unless I am being incredibly dumb, nothing interesting is going to happen on those first 50 floors. Yeah, it's just a fact. It's not like Orthos where, oops, I didn't line of sight something. No, it's nothing interesting is going to happen. At most, I get eaten by a snake because I stepped in a frog trap. So that's probably how I'll... You're still alive? That's probably how I'm going to handle that. And if people do end up like watching the stream, I'll probably... A lot of people, I'll maybe even talk it over. Well, I will. I'm very much a... If people want it, guy, I will do it. But... Yeah, so that's the idea. Also, not that I'm going to go out of my way for them, but I have decided that if I get any Nightmare Pegasus, I don't know what the plural is. Yeah, no reason not to. I will probably give away like any big ticket items I happen to get from Accursed Hordes. Like I think it is only just the Nightmare Pegasus. I don't think there's anything particularly that amazing outside of that. I mean, I know Heaven on High, there's the hairstyle which is worth a couple mil. There's the Dodo, which is honestly worth not that much anymore. I don't know if the Pegasus has dropped in price, but yeah, that's probably something I'm gonna do. I think I'll give away any Nightmare Pegasus I get, since I already have it. Of course, I do have to actually get them, and I'm not gonna go out of my way. I'm not gonna risk killing a run for them. Probably. We'll see. I have done dumber stuff in the past, but that's 2 things I think I've decided on for those runs. And I think that's something that'll probably be consistent if I go for more of the solo titles. That, if I get... You suck. If I get, like, the expensive stuff from the Accursed Hordes, I'll probably just give them away. Is that a silver chest? That's a silver chest. Probably sound enemy or proximity. I don't know. Yeah. So hopefully I get a Nightmare Pegasus just so I can actually give at least one of them away. To be fair, if I don't get any Nightmare Pegasus, I'll probably just buy one to give it away because I just kind of want to do it. But no, I would ideally... I would want my luck to shine through. That's not a good sign. I'd ideally want my luck to shine... That's doubly not a good sign. Ew. I'd want my luck to shine through for that Palace of the Dead run, not to get necessarily to get me to clear, but because I think it'd be really cool if I was able to give away a couple of Nightmare Pegasuses. Pegasi, I'm just calling Pegasi. I think that might be actually the term. A few Nightmare Pegasi during... You suck. During my runs. Because it's like... Because it'd be a similar thing to what I did back during Boss. I gave away so many Gabriels. I gave away over like 30 of them. And obviously I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not getting 30 Nightmare. I hope to God I don't get 30 Nightmare Pegasus because it takes me that long. Ugh. But, I don't know. Like, if I start doing things like this, I want to give, like, items away if I'm lucky with them. Like, if I decided to do Bozja streams guided streams where I showed off how to get, like, the Bozja cycle, I would go back to giving away any Gabriels I got. If I got a golden Gabriel, I'd give that away. And similar things like that. Like, if I ever get, like, if I get something that I don't have, like, during a stream, I'm more than happy to give it away rather than selling it. Like, if I ever do more map runs, like, and get another golden beaver by chance, I would give it away. I wouldn't try to sell it for the 50 million gil. Ugh. I actually don't think those enemies are that bad, but like the humanoid enemies are like always like horrible in here. I don't know. Though I will say, ideally, I would want to, and I can't necessarily control this because I don't know who's going to watch the stream because I'd give it away to the people watching. But ideally, I'd want to give them to like new players. Because that's what I would do, like with the Gabriels. I would, if I saw a Sprout, I would just give them a Gabriel. Because I just had so many of them, because I did so many duels. Like everyone in the FC, well, not anymore, because we've gotten so many new members, but there's a point where every member in the FC had the Gabriel, and like 95% of them were for me. You're gonna explode, aren't you? So far, so good. Never mind. Damn it. Oh, the strength. Nice. But yeah, if I ever end up doing Heaven on High, same rule, except I'll probably extend that to the hairstyle as... You're an asshole. I'll probably extend that to like anything over 1 million. Like if it's like one of the small items, it's not worth the time. I'm not gonna go out of my way to give it away just because like, it's not worth like anyone's time. If it's just like a minion that you can buy off the market board for like 100 gil. But like that hairstyle. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking. But yeah, like the hairstyle, I'll give away. If I do more solo maps, I'll probably give away the materials that I get. Again, if it's like on stream and things like that. Because if I'm actually going out of my way to farm them for like making money, because I do need to buy the gilded Makoshi flute at some point, because obviously, in fact, I would have had the gil for it already if A, I wasn't lazy, and B, I was more fiscally responsible with my gil. Being kind of a dick. You do something annoying, I think. You do like a weird back cleave, don't you? some reason I remember you doing something annoying. Guess not. Hello. Zephyr. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the Monday stream. Oh, you're not a side enemy. It makes sense you don't have eyes. Probably sound. So I think I would have triggered you if I was if you were proximity. Okay, sword. Ah, Dread. So there's the hybrid of the Manticore and the Lust. We'll probably show that off on 4:30 because why not? I think you just hurt. I don't think you do anything particularly dangerous. Your older brother, on the other hand, he might ruin our day at some point in the nearby future. The next boss is the node where I have to... Oh, God. Whoa, Lord. That one's going to be interesting, to say the least. Yeah, steal. Why not? Might as well. I mean, might as well. No. Dap it. You're gonna trigger on me, aren't you? Oh, I got away with that. You sound enemies. You're not proximity. Oh, you were sight. You somehow have eyes. Oh, God, I pissed you both off. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Can you not look over here, sir? Thank you. Okay, this boss. I gotta remember how to do this boss. I know how he works. I just don't remember all the patterns. Freaking cloning gnome. Well, we already have our buffs up. That's fine. I'm gonna do what I should have done with the first boss, which is, gonna eat a pizza. Why not? We do have... Okay, yep. We'll actually use our slipstream. Now, the thing with this boss... Auto attacks do kind of hurt. But... It's gonna summon the dragons. The dragons are gonna jump down. They're gonna do cleaves. The first set's pretty easy. It's only 3 of them. Then we get more dragons. They're gonna jump down and guess what? Do cleaves. We gotta find which ones we're not gonna get cleaved by, which is like this one. I'm gonna do a piercing laser. And now we have to play the game of find which dragons is he doing correctly. Okay, so we got 5 here. That means this one's safe. Oh God, he's doing that. Okay, so it's like this and that. So these 5, and then we go back here, and then it's gonna be like, yep. We just rotate a little over, and there you go. First one down. Remember to use our shields. And better use our potions. Piercing laser. Got it best to be near the center just so you can see when the things go out. So we see the 3 there. That's why we know that it's going to be like right here is safe. Just find the side with 2. Yep, we know this is, yep, this is the same thing. We're going to go to the one that's in between the 2 sets. I'll start moving over here. Got to remember to use our shield. Just move over. There we go. Nice, take advantage of our addle. Go straight into that. Gonna heal with our Phoenix. Make use of our potions. We know that. Yep. It's going to be on the outside. When you got the one on the side, it's going to be on like near the outside to the 2 dragons. So it's like this one or this one. We don't want to. Yep. So it's this is going to be barely. Yeah. Then we're actually going to move over here. Again, just kind of be on the outside for that. You got to remember to use our shield. Technically, should have held onto my potion at the end of our Phoenix. I shouldn't be moving around like that. No, we are getting lower than I'd like. Now we're getting too low. It's the Eureka potion, Orthos potion. No, I didn't need to do that. That would have been, it would have been questionable. To be fair, this wouldn't have been an issue if I would have used, wouldn't have been an issue if I used... Also, I'm not paying attention. If I would have used the Onion Knight, Onion Knight would have been perfectly fine. Again, I kind of got unlucky with certain things. But again, as long as you get past the first 10... Like, if I went back and just farmed the first 10 until I got a like higher aetherpool, it wouldn't have been an issue. Because if I would have killed him like a lot earlier... Like, actually... If I would have saved that Dolga for the fight, I wouldn't have had to do that just because he would have been dead by now. It's like right here-ish. It's in front of this dragon. Yeah. Because he would have been dead by now because the Doga would have killed, like the damage that Doga brought would have killed him. So, I would have had to use that potion if I wouldn't have shown off, or failed to show off Doga earlier. Also, if I would have got Unai instead, there's that. Or if I would have used the Onion Knight, there's that. So there's various things I had not to use that potion. I'm just trying not to use them if I don't have to. Which, again, that one I didn't actually have. Wait, what? Oh, I never... I never actually leave the door, so I didn't know you got that message. That's kind of funny. Okay. Sight. Definitely gonna take advantage of that. Last 10 sets of floors. Now, I will say that the boss of these 10 floors is probably a reason that you might want to go farm for aetherpool. It's, or at least one Orthos potion. Because the auto attacks of the 430 boss kind of do hurt. That being said, if you get an Unai, if you manage to kill a Dread Beast, which I don't recommend that one to be fair, things are actually hurting already. Oh god, oh no! Wait, you're already... yeah, so you gotta be careful of these enemies. They self-detonate. I wasn't paying attention because I was talking. Yeah, Demolishers, they detonate. If you get them too low where they take too long, and yeah, you die. I think you can line of sight them. Maybe just try to kill them. Look away. But yeah. So the thing to keep in mind with farming aetherpool is as long as you... Oh no. Oh no. This is very unfortunate that that spawned there. Over here. We're about to find out. Okay, you can't line of sight it. I remember I thought you could. I just couldn't remember for sure. But yeah, you have to be very careful of those things because that's a front cleave. I don't know why I'm so like bothered by it. Ugh. Okay. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. That's an owl trap. It turns you into an owl. Well, this is unfortunate. Can I can. I'll also take advantage of that if I wanted to. You are proximity. Okay, what we're gonna do here, friend. Yeah, well, we're not gonna do that, actually. I want to leave now. I should have put my shield on and pulled them onto that, but I was scared that I took too much damage because it does 80% of your health and their health. Like, when you use sights, taking advantage of... Taking advantage of sights is a... Screw it. This isn't like a run I'm keeping because I don't have the aetherpool to do it, but... Also, yeah, to be fair, actually, no, to be fair, these last 10 floors, take advantage of your palm benders as you get them. I don't know why I'm being conservative with them. Because no matter, if you're just unlocking the... If you're just unlocking the checkpoint, then you should be using as many of your palm benders on these last 10 floors as you can. Just because the best way to farm aetherpool is going to be spamming, like, the checkpoint, the level 30 checkpoint, level 30. The floor 30 checkpoint, and using, like, your fortunes and your floor cleaves as you get them. So, like, I'm not gonna use that, but, like, nah. Nothing I really want to show off here. We'll use we already used one of those. I don't know why I did it again. I was just looking at things. I wanted to use something. Haha. You'll get there one day, buddy. Or not. You gotta... Well, that's funny. I don't think you're particularly dangerous. At least you're not one of the ones I remember being as particularly dangerous. I don't trust the dash right there. Yay, get to leave. Oops, hit my mic. Having the second monitor is nice. I get to monitor my stream better. Oh boy. Yay. Oh, there's the ones that suck you in. That little bastard over there. That was the one I was thinking of earlier. I'm gonna use that to be cautious. Intuition. Visions and a cursed sword calling to you. Yay! Too bad I don't think any of the stuff is good on these wars. Come on, Noban. I don't remember which enemy that is, but I know there's one enemy in this place that I always call the orthodontist. Okay, come on, buddy. Yeah, these guys I know will do an attack to pull you in. Yep, it's magnetism. So it's like he's gonna. Yep, one of those attacks that has a delayed animation. He pulls you in and like almost one shot you. I think you can survive that sometimes, but it ain't pleasant. But yeah, just like the bombs, the cast for it doesn't go with the actual or the animation. The words indicator doesn't come with the animation. So you gotta be very careful of those little bastards. That's the stupidest way for me to run away, to try to dodge that. Dead. You're probably sight. He took that personally. I mean. Eesh. Maybe. Surprised I got away with that. Oh boy, claim 2 rooms in a row. I feel sick. I'm not opening that. I should. I'm not going to. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna open it just to see just because I know it's gonna be a mimic now. I think those bastards did. Oh wait, those might be the ones that do the shrinky thing actually. Kind of hurt. Obtain the serenity. They're favorite little suck-ups. We're dealing with you first. Yep. And that's got a really big radius on it. I hate this game. I hate it. Sucks. Oh god. My own damn fault, to be fair. I still hate it. lethargy. On we go. Why are you so angry? Nah, screw it. Double screw it. Triple. What's the other attack come from? Oh, it was the... Okay. There we go. Alteration, why not? Actually, there's a million reasons why not, but I'm not listening to any of them. Oh! So this is, we do gotta be somewhat careful of this enemy because he likes to swinge. In fact, you want to stay very close. The swinge is a frontal cleave. Oh god, I pulled two of them. Yeah, that's worth a witching. Yeah, swinge will one-shot you. You have to be very careful of those enemies. It's a very large frontal cleave. And dealing with two of them is incredibly annoying. That's what hurt. But then again, everything's gonna start hurting at this level. Because the game has not been generous with its aetherpool. There goes the swinge. Another one knows where the indicator... Actually, to be fair, that's just most of the dungeons at the enemies at this point. Their indicator just doesn't come up until it's ready to kill you. Oh, it's you back there. I thought he was swinging from beyond the grave. Swinge is a funny word that I didn't know existed until this game existed. On! Yeah, sure, we'll use another affluence. So now we get to play the game of are we gonna be punished for that alteration? Probably. I got away with it last time, which means it's not gonna be so friendly this time. Do not try this at home. That's why you don't try that at home. That very much should have gotten me killed. Love doing that stuff, though. There's no valid reason to do it, by the way. Like, if that would have turned me into a crow, or that would have turned me into the bird, dead. Would have turned me, it would have been, like, the pacification, dead. Actually, no, because the pacification would have hit them, too. But you get my point. It's really dumb, don't do it. I do it because it's funny. Oh, there's two vultures in there. That's just horrible. And that's the exit. It's double horrible. We're gonna pull you over here. Also, we don't even have to go look at the affluence room. Or the alteration room. Bonus. So yeah, these enemies just do a big radial, I think it gives you a vuln up if you get hit by it. They only use it when they're not in combat. I can just walk around you, right? Nope. Apparently not. Also, I hate these hallways. These hallways, like, make it so easy to break line of sight. Or, not in a good way, though. It's like, usually through the enemy's benefits. Because I don't know if you can break line of sight for enemies. Well, I don't know. I just know they're annoying because of how they interact with the enemies, like, attacks and, like, your attacks. Because, like, if it's standing up here, you can't do that, and then you suck. I need to aggro you before you do your thing. What's in here? My fortune. Fair enough. I hate it when they survive with 0.1 HP. That is the most annoying thing in the world. You're gonna explode, aren't you? Other affluence. Why not? That was about to be a dome. Yep, that's an AoE. There's a general rule with Orthos, if there's a cast bar and you don't know what it does, just either hide behind a wall between the enemy or get away from them. Because chances are they're about to do like an untelegraphed cleave. Or AoE just in general. Like this little bastard. Chilling aspirations. So. Yeah, and you know you want to be the enemy to end my suffering. You're not gonna make me go all the way back there, are you? Surely not. Hey! I thought I misread that for a second. Sacrifice will not be forgotten, friend. Hey, Purify, we don't have to worry about mimics, or at least for our mimic. Had it too good for too long. Lethargy. Why not? Let's use a sight. Let's show off the Dread. Now, the Dread has two... The Dread has two things. He has his Wrecking Ball, which is his melee attack, and... Or, no, he has his Wrecking Ball, which is his ranged attack. That inflicts the stacking debuff. Not as long as the... It's not as long as the Succubus, but it's there. It's also faster than theirs. And then we have our melee attack, which does the fun thing of whackity whack. I love this thing. It does that faster than the Manticore, which is nice. So the nice thing about yeah, and the nice thing like is faster. You can use the the stacking volume buff. Not that big of a difference, honestly. It's there. It's just a nice little thing they did. Oh, the Cursor Torch on this floor too. Where's the question though? I just tried to use Peloton. That is not an ability I possess. Oh, right, literally right behind me. Oh, I managed to miss that. Hey, we got a dogger. We got a dogger. Oh, we also didn't get punished. You gonna explode? Nope, you're gonna be generous. You gonna explode? Nope, you're gonna be generous. A lot of silver chests. Not complaining. Oh god, nope. I almost got myself murdered there. Makes a robot noise when it attacks, and that entertains me. Few silver chests in here. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm getting the heck out of here. Wait, no. Taking you, he can shield himself, and that's annoying. And now for the floor 30 bot. You. Okay. Now for the. You suck. Oh, wait, no. You just take a lot of less damage. Because you suck. Also mildly hurt. And again, that's just because of the low aetherpool. Okay. Try this again. Now for the floor 30 boss. So, again, this boss is the only reason I would recommend maybe farming aetherpool on the first 10 floors, or at least getting some potions from the from your farming pot shards as well. But again, if you get a Dolga or an Unai, not Dolga, an Unai or an Onion Knight, you should be fine. But as always, we're gonna pop a Strength, we're gonna pop a Steel, we're gonna summon our friendly neighborhood Onion Knight. Where is he? Look at him. Look at him. And we're going to fight. So this boss does a handful of things. First is their Creep of Darkness, which is gonna, I believe, spawn several dragon heads. You want to stand in between two of them, or stand where there's the gaps. Gonna do Dark Wings. I believe that means you want to be on the inside. Yep. Doesn't get it because they're attacking with their wings. He's also gonna summon dragons on the sides. Just go to one edge and follow behind follow behind. They're going to do Dark Mega Flare, which is going to summon a bunch of AoEs everywhere. Yep, just go to where they're not. There you go. Go to where they're not. Again, continue to try dodging the heads. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that the heads... Don't do that! The heads will aim in the direction that you are when they spawn. Oh, God. Okay, wait. Oh, he's not healing me. Oh god. Okay, there's the onion heal. Way more. Oh god. I'm making this a lot more stressful for myself than it needs to be. That's just gonna keep chasing you. Keep summoning heads. Just keep moving. Wormtail, that means don't be in the middle. Again, the heads are aimed at you. So this fight is funnily... Oh god, right. This fight, funnily enough, gets harder the more people that you have. Because if you don't have anybody else, then they're always aiming at you. But if you have other people, then they're aiming at kind of everybody. You know what? I don't trust. I'm just gonna... Don't be in the middle. My buddy's keeping me alive. He doesn't heal as often as Unai does. Because Unai being like the designated healer will like heal you anytime you take damage. But I'm still paranoid, little bastard. I almost got myself killed with that, by the way. Like, it's a miracle I didn't die with that accidental dash. It's a freaking miracle. So yeah, like the chasing Akmorns, they're all summoning dragon heads, and if you look, those dragon heads are like running towards me. Wings, you want to be near the middle. Head towards. Now the thing with these heads or any orb-like effect is that the most dangerous place to be is in front of it because of how they snapshot. So you want to try to stay as far behind, or if you are going to be in front of it, be decently in front of it, because if you're too close to the actual front, you're going to take some damage and it's not going to be a fun experience. Same thing here. They're going to spawn like trying to come this way. Over here, these are going to spawn trying to come this way because I'm the only person. And these are going to spawn trying to come this way because, again, I'm the only person. This is the part, like I said, this gets a lot more chaotic if you have multiple people because they can spawn going different directions. And so you don't always know where you're going. But if you're solo, you know what direction they're going because they're moving towards where you just were. The same way that these are going to be moving to where I'm going now. So they're going to be like going in an arc because I'm moving in an arc. Arm, tail, don't be in the center. Oh god, I keep forgetting they summon those and almost walk into them. And there we go. You also notice that that died very fast, and like compared to the other like the floor 20 boss. That's because we had our little onion friend here. Come here, onion friend. Daga would also do a decent amount of damage. It probably would have died in a similar speed if I had Daga out. We would not have survived if I had that without the potions with Daga. But yeah, so I will say that grinding, if you're not lucky with your aetherpool, grinding either Orthos fragments or aetherpool for floor 30 might be the way to go. Again, not an issue if you're playing warrior or red mage or just like any job that has like self-sustain, like consistent self-sustain. But like say on summoner, I have my shield, I have my phoenix. That's maybe not enough. For red mage, you can heal anytime you want with Vercur. Warrior is a healer with a blue tag attached to him. So yeah, if you're just trying to play a job without self-sustain, you're gonna need to do a little grinding. But again, summoner's not the best job to take in there by any means. It's not the worst because like any DPS is really good. Hey, is really good, but there are easier options. Is my point. Especially if you're just trying to go for. Especially if you're just trying to go for. Hey, I don't have that. If you're just trying to go for the words, the checkpoint unlock. It is really just worth throwing them away, but I prefer to use them. Yay! Anyways, let's just keep going until I die. Because we are getting to the point where we'd want to farm aetherpool. Once you reach the checkpoint, you're really gonna want to just try and farm some aetherpool. If you don't have all your jobs maxed, just trying to do some leveling, good idea. Or just spamming the 10 floors to get your aetherpool. But no, because you're gonna notice very quickly that things are gonna start hurting a lot more because our aetherpool is incredibly low for this level. Like, you'd be closer to the 30s on both. For about probably half of where we would want to be. Because you see, like, he's murdering me. And that's just like a normal enemy. Yeah. I think Orthos is even worse with it because, yeah, I genuinely don't think I'll be able to actually continue with this low of aetherpool. Yeah, nah. So yeah, once you get the checkpoint, you definitely have to start doing some grinding. Honestly, it doesn't take that long. Because what I like to do is, we're gonna do those 10 floors, just gonna show what I like to do when it comes to farming aetherpool. And this is easier to do in, like, say, Heaven on High, but what you would do is just go into Orthos, okay, fixed party. There we go. I want to go in alone. The 21 floors. Again, if you're not trying to level, if you have to level, then just go in there with, like, do a fixed or matched party. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You get to level and you get to gather your eighth pool. There's a chest in here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So the idea is you don't care about your pomanders. You're just basically using them as you get them. Fortunes are a godsend, so are influences. You want to get hopefully as many of those as you can. And you're just kind of basically speed running to an extent. When you get fortunes, you want to take advantage of them. Ideally, I probably should have saved it for a floor where I had an instant wipe, but I just kind of want to talk about it. So got a steal there. Don't really need to use that yet. What we got here? We got an alteration. Definitely want to take advantage of that. Wrong thing. pull them back into my thing. Back into the damn thing! So the two things you want to do is you're going to explore every room there is. And, oh god. Explore every room there is, and you want to take advantage of any room clears you get. Oh god, you're hurting me. More than I'd like you to hurt me. Any room clears, any magicides, you're basically using those to get through the floors as fast as possible. Because every time you clear the floor 30 boss, you're getting one aetherpool in both for attack and defense. That means like bare minimum, if you wanted to say get to 30 aetherpool, or if I wanted to get 30 aetherpool, I'd have to run like these 10 floors like 15 times, and because you're getting one each time you beat the boss, if I remember correctly. It can go up here, and it's, yeah, you see it raised by one for both of them. So that's another reason why it's a really good idea to run the 10 floors. Use your ideally you get something like a storm or a storm, Doga, the dreads. That way you're able to take advantage of fortunes and get chest drops. You want to get as many affluence as you can, ideally, because the goal is not only to fight the boss as many times as you need to get to where you're going to get that aetherpool, but also you want to try to get as many silver chests as you can, you know, during those levels. And, you know, obviously this is going to go faster if you have people to do it with, which is again why I recommend like just doing it with a match party, trying to level. But I mean, if you want to do it by yourself, nothing wrong with that. Hate these room types. I can, yeah, I can kill you. No, I can't, no, I can't, no, I can't! Okay, that was me being greedier than I should have been. Mimics, not ideal. Oh, and they're in the exit. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Actually, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. The downside of doing alterations. Wait, what? You know what? That's the way you do it. I know Samurai well enough to do this. Probably not. Let's do it anyways. Let's try like doing it with Samurai, because I hear like Samurai's actually really good for it. So I'm just gonna show off how you can get to the force fast. I probably should have done Red Mage. I know Red Mage a little bit better. I don't get to play Samurai enough though. Glitching, that's boring. At this point, I don't remember what any of my buttons on Samurai do. Okay, I gotta remember what my buttons say. That's the dash. That's the big one. That's the big one. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. Ah, crap. Nah, I'm gonna. Well, we're watching. It'd be better if I wasn't being just bad. Whoops. Should actually learn how to play samurai. Yeah, I can definitely see how this would be decently. Okay. It would help if I ignore my potion for dead. Okay. Nah, but you would just yeah. So if you want to farm aetherpool, the best strat is just does me just basically screwing around. I really need to like mess around with my samurai hotbars. You basically just do floors 21 to 50 and then get enough because like honestly, stuff are not more than that. It should because realistically, I just said that like 2 times in a row. Your aether pool for this point should be about a good rule of thumb is you should have about as many aether pool as the floor you're doing. So like you should have like if you want to feel comfortable 30 aether pool at floor 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I will be fair by the point that you're at the like final few floors, you're probably gonna be maxed out or you should. But yeah, that because it's getting to the point where it's like it kind of sucks to uh things just really hurt there. So God, my bars are so bloated. Um, no, that's not much I could say. The 440 boss is Titania. It's nothing too special. There's twisters. I think it's 440. I don't remember any of the bosses. I remember Titania. It's the Twin Tanya the first time we did it just because I instantly died to a twister. But that's the first floor, 30 floors. Like I said, I do unlike the other two, like Palace of the Dead and Heaven on High, I kind of do recommend doing a little farm, aether pool farming on those first 10 floors. Uh, getting at least 20, like at least 10, maybe 20. If you think you're gonna be really bad luck with the remaining uh 20 floors. If you get if you get a pot shard or Orthos fragment, then your life becomes a lot easier because I cannot understate just how useful is the node. Just how useful the Orthos potions are. And 1 for 20. Because realistically you'll use like 3 or 4 for a boss. Um the jobs that I would recommend doing it. I do it as summoner just because I'm comfortable with summoner. But red mage is probably gonna be the easiest for beginners. If you're used to machinist, that might be a good option. You also you're not gonna have to farm if you play red mage. You're not gonna have to farm if you do warrior. Probably do paladin. Paladin has a lot of self sustain. Uh, so yeah, if you don't want to do any farming, do it one of those 3 jobs. Samurai is apparently really strong in there. If you know how to play the job, I don't. Uh, and once you do get there, no matter what job you play it as, you kind of do want to do farms method pool once you unlock it. And that's basically true for all of them. And ideally you do it with just the fixed part of the match made party, because it's really simple to just go in. You shouldn't take like 30 seconds to get in. You can do it with whatever job you don't rolled. If you've never like leveled with the job, then yeah, it's a decent source. I think it's still slower than going to Bosj, at least for this. Heaven on High and I think Palace are better for their level brackets. But I think that's getting close to the end here. Because I think more so than any of the others, doing low aetherpool, like, from this point is gonna suck, as we saw. But Friday, or not Friday, tomorrow we're going to be doing FC farms for the Shadowbringers mounts. Monday, I don't know what we're gonna do yet. The initial idea is I might do a different game to just test out my new computer, possibly. We'll see. Next Friday, we're gonna start doing the Necromancer runs, and I'll actually start caring and paying attention. I'll stop being goofy and run through. I'll stop making stupid mistakes like I did with those. Well, it wasn't a mistake. I'll just stop being stupid for the sake of being stupid, like I did with the dashes today. It's just so fun to do. We are ending a bit earlier than I normally do, but it's like, I've kind of covered what I wanted to cover, and at this point, I do plan on doing Heaven on High and Orthos solo at some point. For now, like, the people voted for Palace, the hardest and most annoying of them, so I am now obligated to try and get the Necromancer. That's I can see that behemoth in my nightmares already. God have mercy on my soul. Thank God I have more than enough fragments to actually do that, though. Trying to think. Next Friday, for those who don't know, it's the live letter. Friday is Saturday. It's like 11 p.m. We'll be streaming that with the FC probably. So yeah, the Friday streams going forward are gonna be those Palace of the Dead runs. I'll decide more on it as we get through it. I know I'm not gonna be able to do it in one shot, so I imagine there's gonna be multiple unfortunate days. Mondays going forward, as I said, those are the 3 days. I don't know what I want to do for them going forward. I work guided streams. I might do some more Blue Mage stuff. Like I said, this Monday, I think, depending on when my computer gets there, we're gonna try a different game. Mondays after that, I've been playing around with the idea of maybe doing a guided stream for the. Actually, let me just turn back on the game for a second. I've been playing around with the idea of doing a guided stream for the Bosja cycle. How to get that and getting all the a few guided streams for that, which is something I might do on the Mondays. which for those who don't know, you get this mount by collecting some duties, isn't it? By collecting all of the field reports in Bosnia. So that might be something that I do on one of the Monday streams. Show you how to get all the field notes, show you the easy way to win duels that literally anyone can do. Like, I'm not joking when I say anyone can win a duel. With basically no effort. You can kill any duel in Bosnia or Zabnor in Bosnia 10-ish seconds, Zadnor 30-ish. Zadnor you gotta care a little bit more. But if you're just going for the mount, you don't have to learn the fights. So yeah. I think I'll show how to get this at some point. I don't know. I might do a poll about it, see what people say, but that's an idea that I've had. But other than that, I think that's it for today. See you back tomorrow if you want to watch our FC stream. I just realized I have two monitors. I can do this over here.